This real estate market continues to be crazy. Multiple offers on homes, overinflated prices. Is the market going to crash? Should buyers buy now or wait? And what about sellers? Should they put their home on the market now? I'm talking about all of these things coming up next. Hey, so what's up everybody? It's Dzienis with eXp Realty here in Bergen County, New Jersey. So today I want to talk about three specific things. Number one, is the market really going to crash? Number two, I want to talk about buyers and sellers and what's been happening in this market and what might happen in the future into 2021. And then number three, I just want to give you some perspective on the Bergen County market and what's been happening here over the past few months, over the course of this whole pandemic situation. So if you like what you see, you want to learn more about Bergen County real estate as well as Northern New Jersey, make sure you click the like button for me, go ahead and subscribe, but also click the bell to get updated because I have a new video every week. All right, so let's just get into it because honestly, guys, this market it's been crazy this past year. Such an emotional roller coaster for so many people with COVID-19 and the pandemic. But the real estate market has been absolutely nuts. You see stories about people leaving the large cities, like for us here, people are scrambling to get out of New York City and head to the suburbs. So if you go into YouTube and do a search of housing market crash, it's unbelievable the type of information that you're gonna see. All these predictions of maybe it's going to crash, it's gonna be another 2006 through 2008. Oh my gosh, should you buy, should you not buy? What should you do? So many questions, oh my goodness. There is no crystal ball for any of this, but the market really has been crazy because it's been the perfect storm for both buyers and sellers. Buyers are extremely frustrated. Multiple offers in multiple situations and not getting houses. A lot of that though depends on the price point that buyers are looking at here in the Northern New Jersey area. But in the $400,000 to $600,000 price range, holy cow, 17 offers, 22 offers, like it's just nuts. And you have a different dichotomy. You have two different types of people here. People who have completely lost their jobs and don't have employment, and other people that have been able to maintain their jobs but are now working from home. So they're not going into the larger cities where their jobs are located. They're able to purchase a home because they have stability in their job still. But there is no crystal ball for what's going to be happening. If we look at the market and what's been happening this past year, yeah, it's really been a lucrative time for real estate agents and for home sellers. There's a lot of stability for people out there who still have a job and are able to purchase a house. They're able to go through the process because they're maintaining their jobs and they're in a good position to be able to purchase. But like I said, if you go onto YouTube and do housing market crash in the search area, it's interesting to see the types of ideas and possibilities of, oh my gosh, the market's going to crash. So if things continue the way that they're continuing now, because in the news, COVID seems to be, it's going to be around for a while until the vaccine comes out. And if that's the case and we continue to look at the trends of what's happened over the course of 2020, we still might not see a lot of listings that come out on the market. And there still might be multiple offer situations because it doesn't look like mortgage rates are going to change anytime soon. Mortgage rates have really been at all-time lows, so it's really been an attractive time for buyers if you're in the right position to purchase a house. You know, I have really frustrated buyers right now who are looking at homes and are not getting the offer. We've tried various ways that we could win offers. The highest number doesn't always win in this market. You have to really collaborate with the real estate agent, the listing agent, to see what might work for your client, to see if your offer can actually be accepted. So is the market going to crash? No crystal ball here, people. It doesn't seem like it's going to crash. This is not the same situation where people were just lending money like crazy. Home prices have really elevated in many parts of Northern New Jersey, but I'm gonna tell you, not every town has seen that increase in price. So since it doesn't seem like things will be changing that much in regards to COVID, it's still going to be around. We might be talking about maybe going into second quarter of next year, 2021, before we can actually kind of open up a little bit more. And if that's the case, we might still have this perfect storm where there's not a lot of inventory in the market. Buyers have the money, buyers are able to purchase a house, but sellers might not be putting their homes on the market because people might not feel safe to actually just list their home right now, or list their home as they're going into 2021. This increase in demand has really created higher prices in many towns. And because of this increase in just demand of these homes, it's really created just some instability in regards to home prices. So we're seeing a lot of inflated prices for home buyers, and maybe that doesn't make sense. You might have an overinflated house that you purchase, and then you come to find out 6 months down the road that the value of the home has decreased. So home prices have increased very, very quickly in this COVID market, but at some point they probably have to stabilize, right? So when is that gonna happen? We have no idea. All kinds of predictions, but there is no crystal ball for this. So if you're a home buyer, maybe you wanna wait. Maybe it doesn't make sense to purchase right now. Are you going to get a home that is overinflated in price right now because the seller might be taking advantage of the market? And if you are a home buyer, make sure you're working closely with your real estate agent. They're gonna give you the information necessary to say, you know something, don't overbid on this house. Does it make sense to overbid on these homes right now? You just have to feel comfortable making that decision. So I do think this craziness of this COVID market is going to continue at least into second quarter of next year. I think sellers are going to be weighing their options with, does it make sense? Is it safe to put my home on the market right now? And because mortgage rates are still so low and they continue to look like they will be in 2021 for a while, buyers are probably still going to be looking for homes. So who benefits in this situation? Sellers really can benefit in this situation still. If you put your house on the market and it's priced well, priced competitively, you might get a quick offer. Some other things that could impact the market in 2021. So the impact of any foreclosures or forbearances, if people are unable to pay, a lot of that has not come out yet. That could actually create a situation for higher demand for homes if they're going to go on the market. So who knows what we're going to see in that space in that first half of 2021. Other things that could be impacting the buyer demand that's out there, especially during this whole COVID situation, is, we have a new administration coming in. There was talk during the campaigning of that administration that there would be a tax credit for new home purchases potentially. So who knows what's going to come out of that? We don't know all those details right now. But having that could really increase buyer demand, right? So we might have a ton more buyer demand in 2021 with still not a lot of inventory because sellers might not feel comfortable putting their homes on the market. So COVID has really created an interesting scenario for the real estate market. Sellers are benefiting in many markets and towns here in Bergen County. As a seller, you might be able to get those higher prices, command those higher prices based on where you're located. If you're a home buyer in this market, my suggestion is work with your real estate agent. Let them guide you through the process still. At the end of the day, you just want to make sure that you are in the right place to purchase a home. Don't get that fear of missing out, like everyone's buying, I guess I need to buy too. Make sure you set yourself up for success. Do you have the down payment necessary? Do you think that your job is going to be stable? You also just need to be mentally prepared. If this market continues into, let's say, the first half of next year, 2021, if you're in that sweet spot range of 400 to 600, you might not get that house and you just have to keep bidding and keep trying. So being mentally prepared for that situation as well. Buyers are upset. It's frustrating. It's annoying that you can't get a house because you really like it, but you're being outbid by 15 other offers. Really, really frustrating for people. The other interesting thing about this market with COVID-19 has just been to watch what's happened over the course of 2020. When COVID first hit in March, everything basically stopped. And eventually, as real estate agents here in New Jersey, we were able to kind of pivot, ensure safety. We put some protocols in place to ensure that anyone walking through a house could feel safe and were protected. And we've learned the process. We know how to make sure that we're sanitizing correctly. We turn on all the lights. We open the doors of closets so that people don't have to touch things. So we've learned how to navigate and show homes and sell homes in this market. So in the March, April, May timeframe, if you look at the data of our market here in Bergen County in northern New Jersey, things really slowed down. Usually that's spring market and you have a huge influx of listings. Well, that didn't happen this year. And what's really interesting is now the fall market really kind of became the spring market here in Bergen County in northern New Jersey. But you still have that high buyer demand, not a lot of inventory from sellers. They're not putting their homes on the market, but the activity is still there. And it looks like that's going to continue into 2021. COVID is not going away yet, but supply is definitely down. And if that continues to happen in 2021, you're still going to see these multiple offer situations. So listen, I am no Nostradamus here, but if this continues the way it's been going since March, April, throughout 2020, we might continue to see this market going into the first half of 2021. Low supply, high demand from buyers, multiple offers happening left and right. Sellers could still be in control of the market by not putting inventory out for buyers to purchase. All right, so let's talk about what's been happening here in the Bergen County market over the course of 2020, and just kind of thinking of what might be happening into 2021 with COVID. Could these trends potentially continue into 2021? Don't really know for sure, but it's interesting to see the data of what's occurred over the course of 2020 in comparison to 2019. So I have a little cheat sheet of MLS data here, and it's a list of all the towns here in Bergen County. And basically what this report shows is median sale prices from 2019 in comparison to 2020. I'm looking at third quarter here of 2019 versus 2020. And if you look at Bergen County in general, home prices have gone up almost 15% in Bergen County from 2019 to 2020. So what's interesting is I think a lot of people have been trying to take advantage of those home increases, but not every town has seen such a drastic increase. In fact, there are some towns here in Bergen County that have seen a decrease in their home prices. So I'm just looking at one town here, Allendale, New Jersey. So the median sold price in third quarter 2019 in Allendale was $786,000 and $250. What was it in third quarter 2020? $680,000. So that is a negative 13.5. Home prices actually went down. The actual sold prices went down 13.5% in Allendale. All right, so now I'm looking at Closter, and the average sold price was $766,000 there in third quarter 2019. And in third quarter 2020, it was $813,000. So it went up. Says 60%. That feels like a high number, but it went up a lot. Another popular town, Fairlawn. Home prices there between 2019 and 2020 went up about 11%. Glenrock, hugely popular town, 8% difference. So increase in 8%. Hackensack, large town here in Bergen County. Saw median sold prices go down about 5.5%. Montvale, New Jersey, between 2019 and 2020, only an increase of 1.6%. Old Tappan, New Jersey here in Bergen County, a decrease in 19.1% from 2019. Paramus, just an increase of 3.1%. Upper Saddle River, a pretty high price point here in Bergen County. Median sold prices went down about 9.5% in Upper Saddle River. Same thing in Woodcliff Lake, about 5%, 4.8%. But one of the most popular towns here in Bergen County, Ridgewood. So Ridgewood has seen an increase in median sold price of 19% from 2019. So what the heck does that all mean? Well, basically, not every town is commanding these higher prices that we've been seeing through this whole COVID situation. That's why it's really, really important to know your data, work with your real estate agent. Other towns in the county might not be as popular, so they're not seeing those major increases. And maybe you have an opportunity as a buyer to go into some of those towns and get a more realistic purchase price for your home. So like I said, I'm not Nostradamus. I have no idea what's going to happen in the future. But if you're a home buyer, I know it really can be frustrating right now because you're not getting your offers accepted because of just a competitive environment that we're in. If you're in that good position to be able to purchase a home, go for it. Work with your realtor, work with a lender to make sure that you're set up for success. And if you're a home seller, this could be a good opportunity to make some pretty good money on your home. That's if you feel safe to put your home on the market. But work with your realtor to see what kind of prices could you potentially get if you're looking to put your home on the market. Not every town is commanding these drastic prices that we're seeing. So that's my spiel. I don't know what's going to happen. It's just been interesting to watch and see and be part of in this whole real estate market during COVID-19. And if you have any questions whatsoever, go ahead. My information is below. Please just shoot me an email, send me a text, or give me a call. I'd love to chat with you further about just the market, what's happening, and if it makes sense for you, if you need some help. So I want to thank you guys again for watching. I'm Bob Dzienis with eXp Realty here in Bergen County, New Jersey. Don't forget, if you like what you saw today, go ahead and click that like button for me, subscribe, but also click the bell because every week I'll have a new video about anything and everything Bergen County as well as Northern New Jersey. Thanks again for watching, everybody. I really appreciate it, and I will see you next week with my next video.